now playing in Italy for Lecce instead of young Claudio Borghi, who succeeded Lecce at Argentinos Juniors. For a rather defensive-looking lineup, they include 3 central defenders. Jung Young-hwan, wearing number 5, has recovered from injury and presumably will play.
Maradona against...
And it's Argentina who get us away, and immediately in possession, Maradona. An early receipt of the ball for Oh Yoon-kyo. Ujiri, Maradona. And the first free kick for the challenge on him.
Sergio. Argentina, long ball. Maradona in possession again, showing his tremendous skill, and once again hacked down. Argentina to Maradona, and we see the reason for him having to have that treatment. No attempt whatsoever by the Korean defender to play that ball. The referee being very lenient at this point. This cannot surely go on if these superstars are to remain healthy throughout these competitions. They're so important to their teams, but of course they are marked men by the defenders, and the South Koreans not noted for their viciousness and their professional fouling, certainly, and one cannot condone this sort of behavior. Trying to bend it round the wall, not succeeding, but Argentina in possession. A big chance now for a shot, and it's there. Certainly capitalizing. Number 11 for Argentina, Jorge. Alberto Valdano Jorge puts Argentina ahead as a result of play which followed the set play following Maradona's foul. Here we see it again.
The Koreans had all overplayed the free kick by Maradona and were cut when he headed the ball back in. It was a tremendous shot through a lot of traffic, no chance for the goalie. But this is something that Korea did not want to happen so early in the game, not with the skillful Argentinians now being able to...
In midfield. Garre moving it across there. Argentina, a give and go. And he gets a chance for another shot, but that will come off a Korean defender for a corner. Midfield. Batista swinging it about. Maradona, ever the general, seeing a man free on the left side. Here comes the cross. Argentina beginning to exert their overwhelm for support and receiving it, beating his man, well played. A good tackle there by Clausen. Going, but chance for Korea. Argentinian defenders massing in the goal mouth. Almiron, the goalkeeper, organizing his defense. Here he comes. Out, chance for Korea. Spraying it out to the right side to spread this Argentinian defense. Oh, and a beautiful shot from outside the area, and that was not too far wide.
Maar wat opvallend is dat ze zowat allemaal minstens 10 kilogram onder wat men bij ons het ideaal gewicht pleegt te noemen. Burutsaga tegen de paal.
Credit in the sense that instead of going for the ball, they occasionally go for the legs. Loads of time to put this cross in. Argentinians in the area, but straight at the goalkeeper. This may be a very difficult and players forward at the moment for South Korea, with 3 Argentinian defenders marking them. So the odds are not in favor. Oh, and again, another, surely a yellow card this time, a clear-cut rugby tackle. That's the second occasion. The referee seems to be very content to pass this by with no more than a cautionary word. It cannot surely continue. This seems to me not to be the way to treat the great players in the game if they're going to be constantly brought down.
I don't think that Korea can afford to keep giving away these free kicks to the Argentina scored off the last one.
And they
En de goal. En het is Ruggeri. Ja, mooi hoor. Wel, hij is helemaal, zoals ik zei, de opvolger van Passarea.
Master control punching up onto the CBC video, so we are back in Olympic Stadium and we see the third foul on Diego Maradona. Surely the referee cannot continue to tolerate this, and the Argentinians are trying to describe and discuss this with him. Bok Tang-sung moving it out. Going to be a shot, and it's a good shot, but from long range. And Giusti Maradona out on the right, and there he is to receive that ball. Beats his man very, very easily. And another, but a little bit of acting there, I think, on that one. While undoubtedly he was fouled, it was not as vicious as the earlier tackling. Shakes his head in disbelief, wonders what he has to do to be allowed to... Looking for his forward, moving to space. Aldano, but the goalkeeper coming out and collects Young Kyo-oh. Crowd perhaps hoping that they can inspire a little more action into this game. More writhing and acting from to no avail. Argentina now in possession. Maradona this time struck in the face, and I think at last we're going to see a yellow card. Yes, indeed, that's about card.
Maradona beat him well, nutmegged him, and then he just reached his arm out and
just for the end of the first 45 minutes. Long, somewhat tentative ball, which Clausen tries to let it run, it won't, so he crosses it and very luckily gets a goal kick from it. We're almost a minute over the 45 minutes which has been allowed, but there's the whistle. The end of half-time with the score Argentina 2, South Korea 0, a rather unenterprising first.
By 2-0, and for them it's a question of putting a few goals in the bank, with Italy and Bulgaria still to be faced, and really for South Korea, who started tentatively, very much on the defence, and found themselves a goal down after 6 minutes. Really, it's up to them to chance their arm and show us what they can do. South Korea playing from left to right as we look, and the temperature out there in the middle is not too far away from 100 degrees. This is Brown, number 5, in the side in place of Passarella. It's been the sort of fixture that Argentina can happily do without their experienced player at the back, Daniel Passarella, because they've not been put under any real pressure at all. And it's our first view of Maradona in the second half, and Valdano makes it 3. All too easy, and that time he didn't stand on ceremony, he just tapped it away. But the goal made by one of the great players of world football, Diego Maradona. Change of pace, a lovely cross. The goalkeeper probably should have cut it out, and maybe 1 if not 2 defenders. But it's Argentina 3, South Korea 0.
A great illustration there of this acceleration, comes across the goal, and Valdano tapping it in from this sort of range.
For the 6'4" defender, who was given a midfield role and then a marking role, and not happy with either. Kim Young-se, here's Maradona again. Since the last World Cup, used to being pulled around and kicked, I would think. Still sad that it happens so often. Free kick this time for a bit of pulling on Pashkuli. Now what can Maradona create from here? They want an extra man in the wall, and you can hear noise, it's quite right to describe it as a roar, but sound of anticipation that Maradona might do something spectacular. Here he comes. The goalkeeper as he has all the way through the match, electing to punch when he could surely have caught that, but I think he might have been a little bit concerned about the spin. South Korean free kick taken by the skipper. Kun in the middle. So he gets it through to him eventually. Skuli in the middle, Burushaga in possession. And still, it's a corner. I'm wondering what the noise is in the background, if you can hear it. The drummer, accompanied by the bugler. Both, would you believe, supporting Argentina. Ruzari's come up into the area again. Doesn't get the header this time, but Giusti did. It was only a yard or so away. Ricardo Giusti plays for Independiente. Giusti, Maradona, Pasculi in a certain amount of room. 4 to find, unless he wants to go it alone. Oh! And even the great are fallible. He's got a bit of pace, this player they brought on, Byung-Bung-Ju. And he's done well. Oh, and the opportunity wasted. Really good pace, it was a good cross too, it was a dummy run and then the shot wide. Chaga got in the way, Valdano, it's not a good pass, and the Argentines having a rather lazy period at the moment. Kung looked as though he was pushed a bit by Brown, who's struggling all the way, and it needed a good save to deny Kim Yu-sung. And it's good to see the Koreans having a go. In fact, it's causing sufficient alarm to Argentina that they're prepared to bring on another defender. Shea again, and the skipper, yes, he scored! Park Chang-sung, and listen to the delight in the crowd. Well, you have to say they deserve it. The little man came forward and drove an unstoppable shot into the top corner. Park Chang-sung has done something that none of his countrymen has ever done before. He has scored in a World Cup match. That the Argentines should bring on a man who rejoices in the name of Ola Ticochea. And here is Valdano. No power in the shot, went for the side foot. Though seen in midfield, Trevor, I'm sure you would agree, a player to match Osvaldo Ardiles. Giusti to Ola Ticochea. No, it's not, it's Tapia. Here's Burruchaga. And Valdano with the opportunity of a hat-trick. This fellow's impressed me, I must say, Kim Yu-sung. And that's a free kick. Fouled by Giusti. Twice in 3 games. It was a good run and absolutely no attempt to play the ball by Giusti. Put the ball down. Now is he going to get the ball back further? It's taken quickly anyway. Offside. It's a good save anyway, but it was offside against Byung-Ju. Very good reactions from the goalkeeper, but no question about the offside, which has opened the game up for South Korea, given them more to enjoy. Tremendous lead. Fine save from Byung-Ju. Maradona. And he gets the free kick. There was no room for manoeuvre. There were legs all around him. Well, they've improved during the course of the match in the air. South Koreans. Pia. Chusti going to try one. Goalkeeper well forward of the 6-yard line. Spain has judged it right. Neither was dying, so the match can continue. Ball ending with Maradona, and the result has gone to the form book, 3-1 to Argentina, but South Korea had their first goal in World Cup.